stamps. Thank you for joining me for another demonstration today. We're going to be doing a winter scene. So we've got a multifarious card here. I'm going to be using Stormy Sky and Broken China. We're also going to be doing some embossing, and VersaFines we're going to be using the Twilight. Not sure what else, but let's get started anyway. So we're going to use some paper first, just to create a mask for our ground. So just tear that off. And then with our smoothies, I'm going to start with the Stormy Sky. So just take a little off. And we're just creating this effect like the snow has fallen. So I'm just gently in circular motion, just working my way up and around the card. Okay. So to create a little bit of depth here, I'm going to use the Twilight. So inking up, I'm just going to, along the very edge here, just use a tiny little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to use the Broken China as well. A really nice sort of turquoise blue. So I'm just going to bring that in a little as well. So I've got a few different blues going on. Okay, so I'm going to use our moon mask now, pop that down, and I'm just going to go around the edge. And just bring in a little bit of depth using the Twilight. Make sure you haven't got too much on. Okay, now to soften that, because it's quite harsh at the moment, we're just going to go back to the Stormy Sky, ink up, and then just around the edge I'm going to just soften that harsh line, which will make it look a little bit more three-dimensional as opposed to like just a flat image. Okay, so So going back to our paper again now, I'm going to just pop that down, go back to the stormy skies. And then the VersaFine and then we'll do another one down here. So we'll do exactly the same thing again. Whoops. Make sure that you've got hold of that paper. You need to apply quite a firm pressure to stop it moving. Okay, and then a little bit of the VersaFine. And there we go. Okay. So at the bottom here, I'm just going to go back to the stormy sky. And again, I'm going to just blend that whole thing together now, but leaving these areas white, just to make it look like snow's fallen. And then we'll go around the edge with our VersaFine as well. This will give it a nice bit of depth. And that's simply because it's an oil-based ink. The oxides are very chalky, so you can't get the depth so much with those. I often just mix the inks. Just depends on the effect I want to achieve really, but it's just about building up your colour. Okay. Now because we've got the Distress Oxides on there as well, all I'm going to do is just take my fan brush and just put a little bit of water onto that. Now it won't react with the VersaFine because that's an oil-based ink, but it will react with the Distress Oxide. And that'll just give us a few gentle sort of speckles on our card. I'll just heat that up a little bit more. And you can see it just starts to pull the colour out, but it gives us quite a nice effect. Okay, so I'm going to just dry that off now. Okay, so I'm going to stamp one of our trees. So I'm going to ink up in the twilight. And then we're just going to bob that down. And then I'm going to just bob another tree down. There we go. That's fine. So we're going to do some embossing down here. First of all, I'm going to ink up with my lovely little branches. So we're going to put the first layer with the VersaFine. So ink up, this is in the twilight. I'm going to stamp off Okay, that's our first layer. So I'm going to dry that off. Okay, so next I'm going to use the Versamark. So inking up that same branch now, I'm going to just bob that down. And then sprinkle the, this is the Midnight Dream, which is a lovely embossing glitter, this one. So you can see it's a lovely sort of navy blue with lots of different colours in there. So we've got, it's almost sort of holographic. I'm going to pop that to the side and just heat this up. Okay, that's good to go. Cool that down, it's still a little bit tacky. Okay, so I'm going to bring some depth of colour into here now. I think I will go with the Twilight actually. Now I'm just giving it some nice depth because I want to stamp a white emboss over the top. And in order for that to stand out, I really need a nice deep colour. Okay, so remember to dry that off now, because if we put white emboss on, it's going to stick to all that area where I've just blended the edge. So dry that off. And just cool it down. And then we'll go back to our Versamark. And this time we'll use our other little branch. These come in a set, by the way. So I'm using the little one this time. And I'm just going to pop a few in and about. And then taking our opaque bright white, And now we'll heat that. And of course you can put as many different colours or layers as you want. I mean, I've done this in blues today, but it'd be quite nice in greens. Okay, I still think we need a little bit more white in here, so I'm going to go back to the bigger branch and just ink up the end and pop that over the top. And again. That just gives us a really nice effect again. So I'm going to go over the edge again. This time I'm going to use Blueprint Sketch. It's a little bit more sort of a purple blue. And we'll just pop a little bit down here as well. Just to pull that colour together. Okay, so I've got a lovely finger mark here. So I'm going to put a sentiment down the bottom to hide it. So I'm going to ink up in the twilight. And let's try and disguise my mistake. There we go. That's not bad. Okay. So all we're going to do now is use a little bit of glitter. I'm going to go around the edge of the moon. And this, it's a gel pen. It's got glitter in. It's very subtle, but it's perfect for outlining the moon. You can just see that now. And then lastly, a little bit of glitter. So I'm just using my glue pen. Now I only want a little bit of glitter. I don't want it to be too overpowering. So I'm just dotting it along the very edge of where the mountains are. And let's put a little bit in and around these branches here, and we'll use our lovely holographic glitter. It's quite a coarse glitter, but it gives such an amazing sparkle. Okay, so a little bit along the edges here, and then we'll just shake that over the top, tap that off, and there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching, guys. Thanks for your patience, and I hope it inspires you to have a go yourselves. Thanks guys, you take care, and we'll speak to you real soon. Bye for now.